お母さん wanted me to be like Ojo-san, like sewing Japanese thing, and then real Japanese type.
Yeah.
So I went to work there about a month. I told them I don't want to stay here. I said, I want to go back to school. Thanks to Nissan,
Oh, yeah.
He said he was in the army, and he said, send him back to school. Oh, I didn't like it at all. From Kapafu, where we live, and Pavilo is just about a mile or two, and then I used to walk down to the post office to watch my father go home, just to see him, because I used to be homesick. And then, because that's the first time I left home, and I used to watch him go.
Where you didn't talk to him, you just watched him?
Yeah, I just watch him or wave or something.
How old were you then?
About 9th grade, so
Wow.
after 9th grade, yeah, I still feel so. And then he said, send him back to school. That was my sophomore year, and then I missed 1 month, but then I went to America, and then the war broke out. December.
When World War II broke out, and you were stationed abroad, right? What kind of problems did you face being in the army, being so far away from home?
Well, as far as problems, being in the army, you don't have any problems because the army takes care of you. In fact, the food that the army fed you was more nourishing and fattening than what I used to eat at home.
He found a hole in the
In fact, I got into when I was drafted, I was in the first draft, December 10, 1940. I weigh about 115 pounds. Full, wet, soaking wet. But staying in the army, they feed you meat, which we couldn't see at home. All this good eat, and I really, in fact, I really enjoyed staying in the army.
So you enjoyed the K-Ration?
Although, no, those days, before war, a year before the war, see, and when we were drafted, they said it's going to be a year's term. Fine, so after 6 months of basic training, they sent us to join the National Guard, and the company that I joined in the National Guard was from most of the people was from Kamuela area, a lot of Hawaiians, Portuguese people, and every Friday they used to have pork and fish, and all this Hawaiian food, and that's where I learned how to eat pork.
What did you think about it when you first seen it?
I really enjoyed it because staying at home and being in a below poverty class right now, you don't have much choice. Because I used to remember at home, the only time that we used to have chicken or egg was when we have visitors, and what was left after the visitor leaves, because it's the only time we could eat what was left of chicken or egg. Because other than that, the food that we had a lot of rice, and we used to order this bacalao. You don't know what bacalao is? Codfish. Codfish. They used to salt it flat, really wide pieces like that, and layers, So Uncle used to order it by bulk. So that was our main fish food. And you can ask Auntie Ash over there how she fixes up all the food that she learned in 4-H club. From bacalao, I mean codfish.
Teriyaki.
We used to eat it
Codfish ball.
just like that, you know, or soak it in water, take the salt out, and cook with sugar and shoyu. And then at the 4-H's, we practiced how to make codfish ball. And I know once Yoshi-san, Uemura, and myself demonstrated codfish balls, so they have to eat all the time. When we practice, they eat codfish balls. But it was something new to them, so they liked it.
Hey, Dad, you told me a story about going to the chicken coop after work to steal an egg and
Oh yeah, that's when I got schooling from my father. I guess that was Saturday. Saturday was just Japanese school, and I guess you can come home kind of early. It's not all day. I guess in the morning there was some lesson, and in the afternoon they had song fest like that. We used to sing songs and tell stories. Yeah, but anyway, we came home. I came home early, and we had chickens, roaming all around the yard underneath the coffee field and everything. And I saw, nest of egg. So I took one egg, and I was kind of hungry, I guess. I made fire and fried egg, and I ate it. I guess I should have washed my evidence or clues, but I just left the pot over there, and my father came home, and I said, "You eating eggs?" Like you said, egg and chicken was only for when visitors come and there's a big feast. Gee, I ate an egg, so I got hell.
Talking about chicken, remember where we lived at Funai School?
Yeah.
There was an orange tree,
Right.
and then the chicken used to go
Roost
up on the
Roost up there.
ladder and then sleep on the
Right.
orange tree.
Yeah.
That's something that
That was the reason.
And it's my job to always catch the chicken. When visitors come, I gotta catch the chicken. I gotta
At
kill
night?
At night.
cut the neck off and pull the feathers and everything.
But like Auntie Nishimura will tell you that mother always knew which chicken slept where on the tree.
Yeah, that's
And then
right.
she knew that when we have guests, the next guest, which chicken was going to be. And, it was all planned because, that was about the best that we could offer to a guest. I think, chickens that we
so
had. Yeah.
how long did one chicken last?
What do you mean?
In the
Well,
meal or alive?
once it's cooked, how long did it last?
Well,
maybe that night.
Only one
After
meal.
the guest was gone, it's
There's a
gonna.
lot of stuff inside.
Yeah.
And vegetables. It's not just the chicken itself. It's chicken sukiyaki.
Yeah.
Chicken neck, chicken
Sukiyaki,
neck.
yeah, that's the.
With vegetables.
With
Yeah, a lot of vegetables.
so,
in it.
you can eat more people can.
We didn't say too much about mother, but mother, well, she wasn't educated much too, but she also was a wise lady. She took care of us children, and also took care of father whenever father used to go out visiting neighbors, and he wouldn't come back, so he just drinking with the neighbors. So mother used to send me out, look for father where father is. He got stuck with his friends, so I used to go out. I mean, mother just balances. You know, you get help from dad, but mother is really soothe you. You know, try to well, what can I say? Just like a mother, you know. Father says, "Oh, you did this, you did that. Why did you do it?" But mother is always trying to soothe you. Really, she was a wise woman too. Father was wise, but I give credit to mother was really
Yeah, she would always used to say, go apologize to you.
nice. Go apologize to your dad. I was wrong.
But she must have been some lady though, with the limited money that was coming in, she had to,
Manage, huh?
in Japanese style back then, there was all kinds of, they call it what, shakai?
Kosai.
Kosai, exchange. I mean, when a person is in the hospital or ill, to give fruit, can of, well, not only one can, 6 or 7 cans of fruits. You have to, give so many, and so many different kinds of events. When a person dies, you give, money or something. Like wedding, of course, and I remember, I guess sometimes they used to give us too because it's kosai, and mother used to put all the can of fruits, on the in the shelf, and maybe that's when I got another scoop. I opened up a can.
Always eating.
I was always hungry. And that's when, she says, gee, these things we got from some people, so when something happened to the others, we have to give them back. And I couldn't figure out why, we got it. Why can't we? But that's
It's like
So you
just
kind of
passing
food
these
went from house to house.
What's that?
The same kind of food went from house to house.
Apparently, yeah. Like we were very poor, so we got the can. We didn't eat it, and when somebody else fell ill or something, we gave the can. I guess it happened that way. Yeah.
Because we
Like
couldn't
fruit
afford to buy. We couldn't afford to buy any. That's why mom saved it, just in case anything happens. Then we get at least something to offer.
You folks like tomato sardine?
Tomato sardine. You heard about tomato sardine?
That was our delicacy. I mean, that was.
Tomato sardine. I never bought tomato sardine. Up to this day, I never bought.
Oh yeah?
No.
I mean, you mean my cook wasn't that good? I love that thing, and I used to make really terrific one.
Like,
Yeah, tomato sardine is long, round and long, right? And I used to open it up and put a lot of sugar on it, see? And then we put them on charcoal, and it's the bubbling up, and you eat with your rice. Wow!
oh no.
That was something. That was really a dish.
Tatsune? You said have some.
Yeah, can I just mention a thing about your mom, grandma? She must have touched many, many lives, for the type of person that she was. So recall I mentioned to you, when I was being interviewed with my wife, that when Helen or Aki, I forget who called our home, what happened to your mom. So we rushed over to the house, and she was down in that extra room that, in her maid. Yeah? That's where she was sitting. And I think we just made it because she was able to say, thank you, Suni-san.
Oh, yes.
Then she was about to go into a coma, and she was kind of biting her tongue. So I stuck my fingers in her mouth, and then Helen rushed to the kitchen. She got a spoon, wrapped a piece of cloth around the spoon, she stuck it in her mouth and I got my fingers out. But she was really, biting against her tongue. But when she said thank you to Tsunesan, she wasn't saying thank you only to me. It was to all. It's not easy to say thank you. Really to say thank you, because I had many experiences being with, 9 patients. That's real sincerity to come out from someone deep inside and say thank you. So that will always be remembered in my heart. What kind of person that she was. So it was not only us, her family, that you're talking about her and how grateful you are. Also. But I think she has touched many, many lives.
On that note, what values would you like to transfer to your children? So, anybody volunteer here? What's your name? What's your topic?
Well, for me, Mom, the condition we were in, where we didn't have much to offer, and Mom was a person that took in anybody that wasn't in trouble. She was really, we had a neighbor that they were divorced, right? The parents.
She was living with the grandparents.
Yeah, they were.
The mother divorced and left her daughter with the grandparents. Ipe, right?
Yeah. And mother took the child in, and took care of her for a while. And when Nishimura-san was sick, they came over to our house, stayed there until So our home was really wide open. No, we didn't have much to offer, but there was always anybody was welcome. Like Masayuki-san, my cousin, the father passed away while they were just small child. So I remember not clearly, just faintly that he lived with us. And later on, I talked with him. He said, "Yeah, you people took care of me because the father passed away early, and the mother was really sort of sickly woman." Yeah. So, well, to be nice to everybody is a thing. I mean, maybe it's really hard. As I said, to my children, ethnically, no matter who comes, I don't say anything bad, derogatory about ethnic groups. And I always welcome, like Patty brings her boyfriend over, Tsurumi brings her boyfriend over, I always welcome them. So I think because they are human, just like me. So that's how I feel. I mean, treat everybody like you want to treat your brother or sister.
I think even to this day, Masayuki-san really, appreciate that.
That's right.
He feels he's, so much indebted to us. Although, I don't think.
Achan too feels that way. Even her daughter is so. When I came out 2 years ago, Edna was really appreciative.
I can recall even names like Adriano and Arito and Caetano
And who was that?
Park.
Park.
They always used to come and when we're picking coffee or when we're eating, we had a huge table sitting on benches. And, Park used to sit and eat. Park is what Korean.
Yeah.
Eat the same kind of food we were eating.
They were always welcome at our home.
What other characteristics or traits do you think you should instill in us? I mean, being open to different cultures, being willing to share what you have are good traits, but is there anything more concrete that you would
Yes, I have one. Don't be afraid to work. That's one other thing I learned from my dad. Don't be afraid of work. And once you get into that, do your best. Because I didn't really listen to him all the way, but
It's funny because all of you said to do your best. I mean, I think it's like unanimous. Everybody said that somewhere along the interviews. Do you feel, as a kid, when you were on the plantation, you dreamed about what your life would be like? Was doing your best? Did you ever accomplish that dream? Is there something out there that you still want to do, or what is the dream you had, and how did you go about doing it?
The whole life is education. Yeah? You have to try to improve yourself all the time.
yeah, when I was a kid, I wanted to join. I mean, be on a ship. But the army changed my, my life. I ended up being in the army, but then after I retired from the army, I worked for the Navy, but not on a ship. Yeah,
About
so things change.
this side.
You're talking about the army, though. I think I only learned about it not too long ago. But at one time, all three of us, I guess, we were in Korea together, and I didn't get to see either one of them. And I was thinking, gee, mom
What a
and
strength.
dad, yeah, they had the only three sons together in serving in Korea. I mean, it must have been quite.
And I went overseas that time too.
Oh.
So while she was pouring coffee, I went home from Honolulu to Big Island. While she was pouring coffee the morning that I was to leave, she said, "Why should you need to go? You're a girl, you know." So I said, "Well, wherever I go, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die anywhere." I told her. Then father said, "Bochi to omotte ittara, you won't fear."
What's a bochi?
Bochi is where you're gonna die. Haka no tochi. Where you're gonna
The graveyard.
so, yeah, I never did see her cry like that, but that time she.
Oh yeah.
I remember when Nissan was, in the 100 Infantry serving in, Europe. I guess even before that, when he was away. Mom used to always, she had a picture, photograph of Nissan in uniform. Kagezen, yeah. In the table that we, have our food, where we eat. A picture of him, and then I guess a plate or something. And,
Plate of food.
yeah, and
Whatever
she
we
used to
ate.
always so whatever we eat, Mom used to put bowl of rice and the okazu on the side. I guess throughout, all the time until he came back.
And then she used to put money away. That she was going to take into the house. A lot of praise went into you.
I know it's getting late, so I'll leave this as the last question. Okay, with the growing size of our clan, the Hamasu clan and with the Shira clan, do you feel the Sanseis and Yonseis will ever have the bonding that the Niseis had? And what would you recommend to maintain the closeness? I want everybody to answer, so we'll start from whatever side and work our way from.
Yeah, I think that we should get together more often than what we are doing now because like today, my wife's sister's elder sister's son was there, and if I met him on the outside, I wouldn't have recognized him. He had to introduce himself. He says, "Oh, Yamaguchi, one of the sons of Yamaguchi." So I think the relatives should get together more often so they know each other. And as you get together and know each other, you will make a stronger bond than just being away. And every opportunity that we have, we should try to get together.
Rent a hall and have a reunion. Several.
What about vacationing together?
Uh-huh.
Gee, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
That's
if you
a
plan
good
ahead,
idea.
I think
Yeah.
we can vacation
Yeah.
together.
Well,
I know of families who do that.
that was our plan for tomorrow, but unfortunately, we have to go to Alan's kind Yakudoshi party. So, we try to get all the clan together at picnic, but too bad it didn't materialize.
But maybe following up on what Auntie Jean says, maybe every so many years, like high school class reunion, we have so many years, maybe we should have clan reunion, every so many years.
Do you think that would really maintain the closeness between our generation and the generation after that by having a meeting once a year or more than once a year?
I believe so because
Yeah.
you
And Mike is so good at writing. Maybe you could have a newsletter or something.
for the real
But that's
Oh,
good.
wait a minute, I'm not volunteering yet.
from each corner of the world. I believe so because, like, when I joined the karaoke, most of the people was in the 150 town, but it was in a different company. See, so I didn't know that. But after I joined them, you get to socialize with them, talk with them, sing with them. Then, you can understand. You can understand them, and you can socialize it easier. So, if relatives is more so. So it really helps. It really helps.
Uncle Mas?
Well, I think listening to what went on tonight, I think as far as all the Hamasus are concerned, our sisters and brothers, there is no question that we all understand the hard times that our parents went through, and because we were kids, we were also in that hard time. Now, to those who are listening or who heard the stories tonight, I'm sure found that, gee, it really must have been really, really tough. And although, since we were, I think like Ted, he had it a lot rougher than some of us that followed. But I think that since we were young, we really did not feel the headaches that our parents did. In other words, when you're young, you can absorb a lot, more than the parents who had the responsibility of not just bringing up the kids, but also all the co-sign or the community obligation that you have with different families. And I think I think there's no question that